The Birmingham News said this team is so bad, they will not win 2 games if they win 2 games. This team was a team that wanted to serve the Lord, but they were football players like anybody. And I said to them, secret number 1, you got to make Jesus boss of your life. You just can't be a regular football player. If you're going to play for Jesus, he's got to be king, he's got to be captain, he's got to be boss. And if you're not willing to make him boss, it ain't going to work. God is not going to work with somebody who has something he's holding back. He's got to be boss. A lot of athletes are like that. Even Coach Tandy Gerald's was like that. Tandy knew a little bit about quality, and I know a lot about talent. And this team didn't have quality, they didn't have talent, they didn't have anything going for them. The Birmingham News said this team is so bad, they will not win 2 games if they win 2 games. They are so bad. And I remember praying, Lord, you called me to be a chaplain, but couldn't you have at least put me on a team with talent and challenge and speed? Because these kids are going to get killed on Friday night. And I said, we got to think of something creative for this terrible team to do to make sure they have a purpose after they get killed on Friday night. So I said, why don't we try an experiment? I don't know if you can do it. I don't know if anybody can do it, but if you want to try, I've never seen anybody do it. Why don't we as a team decide to give up our small ambitions of what football is all about and play for a higher cause to see if we can use the simple game of football to tell people about Jesus. Welcome to Lawson Field. This is Huffman versus Woodlawn. Huffman undefeated, Woodlawn trying to make a statement, but early on, Huffman is up 6-0. Woodlawn has the football. They're moving from right to left on your radio dial. They're in their gold helmets, white jerseys, gold slacks. Huffman in their orange jerseys and white slacks and white trim. Huffman is on defense. Woodlawn breaks the huddle. Ronald Mum is the quarterback. The new tailback is Tony Touchdown Nathan, number 22, showing some early promise in the year that we're in. He is the tailback. It's an I formation, and here's the snap. Ronald Mum, the quarterback, turns, tosses it to Nathan. Nathan heading left, following Mike Allison, the fullback. Great block by Allison. Tony Nathan cuts in, cuts out, gets around us. The cornerback, he's going up the sidelines. 40, 45, 50. They're giving chase. They're never going to catch this kid. He's going to go all the way. Touchdown, Woodlawn. Touchdown, Woodlawn. And he's screaming, touchdown, Woodlawn. These kids are for real. We had the extra point, and within the first 2 minutes, Woodlawn has scored on the #1 team in the state, and they're ahead 7-6. My team was made up of Baptist kids. When they saw that, they went Pentecostal. They believed. And they started slapping everybody and helmet to helmet. They were so excited. My defense couldn't wait to get back on the field. And when they got back on the field, they turned into Chinese bandits. If it had the football, they hit it. And those on our first game, and we got beat. When we got through with the game at Legion Field, we went back to the bus, and there was an eerie quiet on the team. And I was on the lead bus. I sat next to Tandy Gerald before he got saved, and Tandy was on the outside. I sat on the inside. The driver was right there. I noticed that there was such a cold quiet. And as I sat down, Tandy jabbed me in my ribs and said these words under his breath. He was mad as a hornet. He said, "You've got to talk to the team. They just played their hearts out and got beat. They thought Jesus was going to help them. Their hearts broken, and you got them into this, and you got to say something. You got to say something right now." So I said, all right. I had a quick word prayer, and I stood up and looked right down the aisle of a dark bus. Everybody was quiet. And I said this, fellas, there's one thing I didn't tell you. Anytime you pledge to play for the glory of God, there's going to be a test to see what you're really made out of. And if you thought by trusting Jesus you were going to get a genie on your side to help you win football games, it ain't going to work. Because God is not going to be a genie. He's not going to be a lucky charm. He's not going to be a rabbit's foot. He's going to be God. And that means if you're going to play for him, you're going to give him praise when you win, and you're going to give praise to him when you lose. So make up your mind right now. If you want a genie, we might as well go home and quit, because it ain't going to work. But if it's going to be God, make up your mind right now. And I just stopped, and there was an eerie quiet for about 20 seconds. Nobody said a thing. And then from the back of the bus on this side, and I still don't know who said it, a kid screams out, "I'm still in." And then on the other side of the bus, another guy screams out, "I'm still in too." And then it kind of broke, and all of the guys started nodding their heads saying, "We're still in. We're going to do this. We're going to do this."
How was it? I thought so too.
Exercise, make sure you're really breathing nice and deep. And of course, get in touch with those core muscles.
Okay, you guys, I'm going to end the video here. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And as you can see by these clips, I've been preparing for a couple Bible studies that I have up and running for you guys very soon. One of which being about dreams and vision. So stay tuned.
'Cause baby, it's like a light storm to be